Yeah, in Psalms. So the Most High gave David that strength to he can break a bow of steel with his arms. That's power right there. No average man can do that. You can't go right now and just go break a bow of steel with your arms. And who knows how thick that steel was? I know it wasn't a small piece of steel. Ain't nothing to brag about that.
You know my nephew.
Okay, yeah. Well, for those of y'all who know Marcella Marco, I guess that was his uncle that just walked by.
Done, bro.
Yeah, I see.
How you been?
Been all right, still pushing the word out.
Good to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Need to be out here, bro. Everybody ain't knowing.
Gone.
Really. We got a renewal thing going, so we can't really, we can talk, but we got to keep it moving. We got a lot of people watching us today. Well, for my job, we just got accepted for another 10-year renewal.
Okay.
So I want to sit here and talk it up with you, but we're going to coochie.
You gonna have time later?
Huh?
You have time later?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a break at 2 o'clock. Hopefully he ain't gonna have me doing anything. If I do, I'll come back up here and chop it up for 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
So,
All right, this is 1 Samuel 18 and verse 27. Wherefore David arose and went, and he and his men, and slew of the Philistines 200 men. David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in the full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law, because King Saul told King David, if you can go bring me back 200 foreskins of the Philistines, then I'll give you my daughter to marry. And David accepted it, but King Saul really didn't want David to come back. And Saul gave him Michelle, his daughter, to wife. So after King David brought the foreskins back, King Saul honored his end of the deal. He gave King David his daughter to wife. And Saul saw and knew that the Lord was with David, that Michelle, Saul's daughter, loved him. And Saul was yet the more afraid of David, and Saul became David's enemy continuously. So the king, which it was Saul at the time, was afraid of David because he knew the Most High was with him. See? So if the Most High is with you, then you really have true strength behind you, you know. And Saul knew that. That's why he was afraid of him. So he wasn't gonna come straight out and just try to kill David at the time, because if he was gonna do that, he was not gonna succeed. He wasn't gonna succeed anyway because he knew the Most High was with him. So there was nothing he really could do. First Chronicles 19. So Joab and the people that were with him drew nigh before the Syrians unto the battle, and they fled before him. And Joab the Israelite, I believe he's one of David's mighty men. If I'm wrong, Salakia. So Joab and the people that were with them drew nigh before the Syrians unto battle, and they fled before them. So that goes to show you how afraid these Syrians was of not even of King David or David, but of the Israelites, period, because they knew that the Israelites had the Most High behind them, and that they were a fierce nation of people to fight against. You know, it's not like, okay, we about to go scrub these people. Nah, these nations in the past, they feared us when it came to battle. You know, they didn't go into battle just thinking they were just gonna sweep through us without breaking a sweat. Because think about it, even today, Israelites are the best fighters in any fighting sport there is. We're the best at any sport there is. So when it comes to war or actual battle, we're better at that than everybody else too. Okay, and when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, his brother. So when the when the children of Ammon, which are the Japanese, saw that the Syrians fled, they started running too. So they go to show you, these nations feared us at one point in time, you know, and now they don't fear us at all. Not on that scale, you know. They look down on the children of Israel, which is Negroes, Latinos, North American Indians, according to their father's lineage. Because a woman don't carry the seed. You put the seed in her, and your seed grows in her, and she brings it out, you know. So she's nurturing it. That's like saying a chicken came from that egg and not from the chicken. Because the egg, it develops inside the egg, but that came from a chicken, you know. And before it came from that chicken, it came from the male chicken, which put the sperm inside of the female chicken, where them eggs and sperm doing their thing, and she laid the eggs. She just didn't carry it for 9 months. She carried it for a time, and she pushed them out, and then they developed. in a situation of humans, you put your seed inside that woman, and it's developing until it's ready to be born. That's what these women are for anyway. They're to bear our children and to be keepers at the house. They're not supposed to be out here doing what men do. They're inferior to us. And I'm not being sexist by saying that. Well, you can say I am, but it's a fact. You know, people don't look at you crazy when you say, "Oh, that high school basketball player is better than an elementary basketball player." Some things are just facts, you know. But people get butthurt and sensitive when you say things like, "Men are better than women at this. Women shouldn't do certain things because of this." You know, that's what a man need to be doing. A woman need to be doing that. Everybody got to play their role. Just like when you're in a company, you're not gonna get the dude that answer the phone. He's not gonna get mad at the boss for saying, "You just answer phones." That's what you do, and let the advertisers do what they do. You don't got the dude answering phones trying to do everything in the building. Everybody got to play their role, and things run smoothly. But now you got women trying to play the role of men. You got these faggot men playing the role of women, being faggots, you know. And you got confusion, you know, and things are all out of whack. And this is why, that's one reason why it's Babylon, because there's confusion here. Finish what I was reading. And when the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai, his brother, and entered into the city. Then Joab came to Jerusalem. And when the Syrians saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they sent messengers and drew forth the Syrians that were beyond the river, and Shopek, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, went before them. And it was told David, and he gathered all Israel and passed over Jordan and came upon them and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. But the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew of the Syrians 7,000 men, which fought in chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shopek and captain of the host. So David killed 7,000 men that was in chariots and 40,000 footmen. And that's just one Israelite. And that was King David. You know? So imagine all the kills that his other men that was fighting alongside him was getting. Adding all that up. Just to count King David, that's 7,000 on chariot and 40,000 footmen. You know? So that's 47,000 that he destroyed. Not including the other ones that died from the men that he was fighting along with. And when the servant of Hazar saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they made peace with David and became his servants. Neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon anymore. You have any questions?
Yeah, why you say Obama's a devil? Why you say that?
All right. Do you believe that Obama is our people?
I believe he's a puppet.
Yeah, he's a puppet. But let me read you this real quick. This is Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So Ham is a forefather of the Africans, right? So if the Africans' forefather is not our forefather, who is our forefather, right? Our forefather is Israel,
Right.
Jacob,
Right.
right? That's how people say it's not the Negroes, because the Jewish guys who did put that book together, they know who we are.
Right.
That's how come they're holding fast to our identity, because in Psalms chapter 83, it tells you about how all these nations that you see walking around us today that look down on us in the past got together to made us forget who we were.
Right.
That's how come when we came over in slavery, we put muzzles on our mouth, because 400, 500 years ago, when we came over here in slavery, we were speaking Hebrew.
Right.
That's how come they didn't allow us to read the Bible at the time, right? Because the Bible had nothing to do with us, and why keep it from us, right?
Right.
But the
Because
reason,
knowledge is power.
yeah,
Right.
and Hosea tells you our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right.
You know, that's how come the Most High always in the past sent His prophets out to prophesy to His people,
Right.
also before a kingdom was about to fall. And if you check the news, America is gonna fall soon. You know, it's being destroyed from the inside. Other nations don't want to trade and have anything to do with America.
Right.
We already
Dirty.
Yep. And who's ruling right now?
White man.
So-called white men who put this false image up.
Right.
And, but the reason why this guy's a devil, first of all, he's not an Israelite. He's not our people. And he's working for those super rich Jewish people, those
He's a puppet.
bankers, yep, to further put they want to put everybody into slavery, but they mainly want the children of Israel in slavery, because we're the God's chosen people.
Right.
Yep. I forgot who said it, but these people that's in high power positions, they want to put especially these people back into slavery. Because think about it. If we're not the Lord's chosen people, out of all the people on the planet, whose culture who's been created out of nothing, for example, hip hop, R&B, other things that our people come up with, because when we came, when we got
Now it's entertainment.
yep. The culture that we came up out of nothing with, right, because they took our culture away from us,
Right.
so we created another one, is now all across the world.
Right.
You got everybody on the planet doing what Asians do. You got everybody on the planet doing what other people do.
Black.
Yep. Because all these other people on the planet, Hamites, Ammonites, the Japanese,
That's all I can say.
Moabites, the Chinese,
so
Edomites,
I'm free
which
with
are
it.
Caucasians, white people.
And you know what? I'm just thinking about what you're saying. You're absolutely, totally right. All the other races and all that, they do want to act like black people wearing jeans and certain outfits, but you're not black.
They want to do things that we do, but they don't want to be us. They want to separate us from them. It's like they want to keep us in behind the glass, and they observe us and take what they like, and then they cast us aside. You know, and that's because we're under curses right now. Because I was just reading in the past, all these nations they fear us, and all these nations they knew that we were the best people on the planet. And according to the Bible, we are. If we have time, I can read it.
Listen.
All right. Right here. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are on the face of the earth. Right? So, God said that we're above all these other people on the face of the earth. That's how come the scriptures, all these other nations constantly was warring with us, putting us into slavery. You know, you don't got it. It's like even in boxing, right? In sports. that holds the belt, everybody wants to get to him to beat him, so they get the belt. That's why all the other nations kept fighting against us, because we're the best of the best, right? So even today's standards, we're the best boxers, fighters, UFC. Yeah, and not even that, it's Israelites. We got Latinos that have the belt, they're Israelites. You know, track any sport there is, we dominate. So in the past, anything that we did in the past, we dominated in too. The only reason